Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel called My Life in Photographs. So on my first introduction video, I went a little bit off track. Originally, I had planned to put everything in chronological order. And right away, I jumped the gun to talk about this assignment I did for Majority Report. As you may know or not know, Majority Report was a woman's newspaper, underground, sort of, independent newspaper. It was published in New York City from 1971 to 1977. At that time, in New York, and all across the country, really big in California as well, there were a lot of independent newspapers. I worked for several of them. I worked for Night Magazine. One issue, I think that was enough for me. Majority Report. The New York Daily Planet. I don't think it had too many issues either. That was kind of a wild one. And the Soho Weekly News. I did quite a few articles for them. I used to write and photograph my own articles. And is that 4? Night, yep. Soho Weekly News. Oh, I forgot one. Oh well. I think I should start over. Well, it come to me. Alright. So, I wanted to put it in chronological order. I wanted to put all these pictures that I'm going to be showing you in the context of the times that they were taken in. And that is why I want to start at the beginning. The beginning would have been the day I was born, but more interesting than that, the beginning, as I thought about it, was before I was born. That was the beginning. Now, technology in photography has advanced since the day I was born. It's amazing. Now, when I was born, there was no digital cameras. There was no home computers. There were computers and no home computers. And at that time, if you wanted pictures of your family, for example, because that's one of the most favorite things people do, take pictures of their families, you would either have to take them yourself with your own camera. Now, very few people develop their own photos. What they would do is send them out to be printed. And a lot of times they just went to the drugstore. But if you wanted a really nice picture of your kids, you would have to go to a studio and have a studio shot taken. Now look, this is me. I believe my grandma took me to the studio and had this adorable little baby picture taken. 1943. 1943, you didn't, let me just get this. 1943, you couldn't go on the internet, and there were no social media sites. You couldn't go on the internet and tell everybody you just had a beautiful baby. Now, I just saw a woman just posted a picture of her little grandson that was born yesterday, named Zayden. You didn't do that because you couldn't do that. What you did was you sent out announcements. Now look here. This is the announcement of my birth that my mother sent out. They say, Mother is baby's first guru. Now, I guess my mother started me out on the path that I'm going to be in for the rest of my life, and that was the path of documenting. My ex-husband, Jaime, told me, "You've documented your whole life." Well, maybe. Most of it. A lot of it. Not most of it. I'll tell you what, there's 365 days in a year, 24 hours in a day, God only knows how many seconds. So I didn't document the whole thing. But I've documented a lot. And so I believe that my father was the family photographer. He had a camera, he loved taking pictures, but he wasn't into art. So my mother, on the other hand, never took a picture that I'm aware of. But she was definitely into art. I mean, that mother of mine, she dragged me to museums. She was a city girl. She grew up in Philadelphia. And my father was a country boy. He grew up in boondocks, Gretna, Virginia, out on a big, big farm. And so I've decided to put all this into my YouTube channel. The ancestors from the father are pretty easy to come by. And talk about documentation. They're pretty well documented. And 2 of the houses from those ancestors are still standing. One of them, it's called Meadowood, which is down on Hickey Road in Virginia. That one has people living in it now. One of the family's ancestors, not on my, they're a little bit removed from my side. He bought the place and he renovated it. And it's beautiful, and he and his wife live there. The other one is called Little Cherry Stone. Little Cherry Stone belongs to the vet in Chatham, Virginia, Lisa, the vet. And Lisa's been working on it, and she lives next door. But it's strong and standing. Well, my mom and dad met at I believe it was called the UFO Club, this place where gals went to meet soldiers and soldiers went to meet gals and go dancing. So they were an odd couple, I must say. But on my mother's side, except for my grandmother and some few photos of her husband, who I happen to be named after, Asher Wright Capron was his name. My name is Marcia Asher Wooding, and now Caro, because I married Jaime Caro. We don't know who they are. My mother was adopted. Her family, her biological family, was from Ireland. And sort of a sad story, like in Angela's Ashes, they didn't have any money, and they gave her away. And she spent the first 3 years of her life in a foster home until she was adopted. The only thing I know about them is their names. The father was John Jordan, the mother was Margaret Sullivan. And so my mother put this baby book together to celebrate, I believe, the fact that she had a child, that she was a mother, because nobody celebrated her when she was born. Far from it. And she has this page right here that I found all these pages a little bit fascinating. She has this page. Are you seeing this? I don't even know what you're seeing. I probably screwed up here. Well, anyway, this, I hope you can see it. This is the gifts I received when I was born. And there is a lot of gifts here. She documented every single gift. Then she documented my first word, my first tooth, my first smile. Wow. I crawled at the end of 8 months, April 7th, 1944. Yeah, here's my weight. But the page that I really, really loved, oh, my playmates here, my favorite toys. Goodness gracious, my birth certificate missing, my health safeguard, the thing that I really wanted, oh, my teeth. I'd like to have some teeth today. More teeth. Lost some teeth last year. Okay, now the thing that I loved the most, well, that's my first birthday. We're back on the gifts. My second Christmas. Now, my fifth Christmas. She skipped a few Christmases here. Well, the thing this is what I'm looking for. Probably should turn the camera around, try to get this one straight. Travel.